Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday, November the 6th, and it is time to do my November TBR. What better way to celebrate a month of thankfulness and togetherness and bountiful feasts than reading books about zombies and cannibals and bone harvests and such. So, let's get right into it. First on my list is one I just finished reading last night, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. That's The Return of the Living Dead, which is in the Undead anthology by John Russo. It is the sequel to Night of the Living Dead, and it takes place 10 years after the events of that. Somehow or another, they were able to vanquish the zombie apocalypse from back then. It was only like a one-night thing and never happened again. But in The Return of the Living Dead, there's a bus crash, some churchgoers, start spiking the dead before they rise. So I don't know if they have been doing that for 10 years, it doesn't seem like it, but somehow or another, they come back, zombies are everywhere, and we follow a group of girls who are sisters. Their father is kind of a dick. One of them runs away, but she's brought back by some people that saved her. By then, the dad is already dead from the zombies who are attacking, and it was just okay. Then it jumps to a perspective of the same sheriff who was in the first book. Long story short, The Return of the Living Dead, I almost DNF'd, but I went ahead and finished it. Yeah. More zombies. So the first book I want to talk about is going to be Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Bastarrica. So this is a story about cannibalism. Might as well start off Thanksgiving month with a little cannibalism, right? In the future, all animal meat has become toxic to humans. So the government has legalized cannibalism. So it's about this guy who works, I don't even know what his job title is, but he works in a factory or something. And he is given a live specimen, and he knows he's not supposed to have any kind of normal connection because humans are not thought of as humans if they're going to be turned into food. But he starts developing feelings for this girl. And I guess he has to decide on whether or not he's going to kill her. So, can't wait to check this one out. So next up is going to be The Boatman's Daughter by Andy Davidson. What better way to spend Thanksgiving than with your made-up family, which consists of a mad preacher and his declining disciples and protecting an old witch and a weird little child, whatnot. What could go wrong? In this story, it's about a girl who works for a mad preacher, ferrying contraband to make ends meet, and to also protect an old witch and some kind of child that's probably, I don't know, possessed or something. It takes place in the bayou, so maybe there'll be some kind of witch doctors. I mean, obviously there's a witch in it, so yeah. I've had this for a long time, and I'm finally gonna read it. It's pretty big. Hopefully I read it. Let's just say that. So I do have 3 other books on my TBR for this month. However, they have not arrived yet. I hope they get here in time. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on here, and if I get to them, that's wonderful. If not, we'll get to it next month or the month after that. So the first one is going to be Bone Harvest by James Brogden, I think. This is a story about an elderly lady with the early onsets of dementia. Her husband is dead, her children are grown, and her best friend was sentenced to life in prison after murdering her own husband. However, her friend dies in prison, and so she's just kind of out there alone in the world, minding her own business. Well, one day, 3 strangers buy the plot next door, I think, and she starts seeing shadowy figures walking at night. Plants are flowering before their time, and just creepy shit is going on. And then her dead friend appears to her with dire warnings and drawing symbols on the walls in our main character's own blood. And so she knows she's gonna have to do something, but who's going to believe her with her dementia? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. So next is one I've had my eye on for quite some time, and I am so looking forward to finally getting it and reading it, and that's going to be The Curse of the Pigman by Asher Ellis. So this is a story about a guy who moves to New England, but his timing couldn't be worse because Hurricane Ivana or something has wreaked havoc on this little town. Well, a tree falls through his roof, and so he has to go and try to find help. I guess the phone lines are down or something, and he comes across a little girl in the woods who is tied up. So he rescues her and unknowingly has interrupted a ritual. So it's going to be up to this guy and a small group of allies to fight these cultists and prevent this demon from rising. Something, I don't know. There's going to be a pigman in it. That's all that matters. So, did anybody order pig for Thanksgiving? How's that ham looking? So, can't wait to check that one out. So the final book on the list is going to be Ring Shout by P. DeGilly. I don't know how to say that name. Clark. So this is a story about a group of people who are hunting the hunters of the Ku Klux Klan in America. And I think that the Ku Klux Klan are more than human. They're kind of demons. And it's up to this small group of allies to hunt down and defeat them before they end the world. So that's really all I know about it, and I can't wait to check it out. So, Ring Shout. So that's it. I have 5 books on my November TBR. Hopefully I'll get to read at least 3 of them. I'm going to start with Tender as the Flesh and just get that one out of the way. I know it's probably going to be really gruesome, and that can be good sometimes, but we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments what you plan on reading this month for Thanksgiving. So thanks for tuning in. Come back and see me next time. And until then, keep turning those pages. Bye.